Hey, this is Joe Castiglione, and you're listening to Not Another Sox Podcast. Can you believe it?
Yankees suck! Yankees suck!
Buenos noches, amigos. Coming at you live from Campanelli Field, Brockton, Massachusetts. This is Not Another Sox Podcast. I'm Jack Webster here with our producer, Ian Doran. Fellas, we are at a live baseball game doing a show.
You know, I'm glad they brought us back. It's good to be here. Beautiful day for baseball. In both Brockton and in Boston. We got a big match on the mound tonight in Boston, but what are you thinking in Campanelli Field here in Brockton right now?
Yeah, we got a chance to experience this last year for some of our OG followers. It was under the New England Knockouts at the time, but the Brockton Rox are indeed back. They're part of the Frontier League, so I can't believe they actually invited us out for their opening day. There's so many more people that probably could have done this, and they chose us for some reason, so we're happy to be here, really excited. We got a nice view of the game. We're unfortunately not allowed to stream it, but we are watching the Red Sox game over here too. Obviously, beautiful day up in Boston. City Connect's debut, huge pitching matchup. So glad that we were able to, kind of do this.
You know, Jack, I want to ask. We finally got the big drop for the new City Connects.
Yeah.
Do you like them?
Oh yeah. So I was waiting for these for a long time. So we'll start off here, just because this is something I've wanted to talk about for a while now. Yeah, so I was a little hesitant when I knew it was going to be like a Green Monster theme, because I was a little worried that it might just be like bland, it might be uncreative, just kind of slapped together type of thing, but there's a lot of really cool details to it. I love that they put the number on the front, which the Red Sox have never done before with any type of jersey.
Never.
So I think that's a really cool feature of it. And, they kind of leaked a few weeks before with a bunch of other City Connects, and, you get the replicas, and you're like, okay, I want to see the full thing, I want to see the hats, I want to see the socks, but I think altogether they did a really good job with it.
And today, do you feel like the hat really ties it all together?
Yeah, I think that it did. I didn't know if it was going to be, more of the B that was on the, side where it's, kind of more like a block letter, but I'm glad they did the actual Red Sox, just classic logo, and just made it green and white. You didn't need to overthink it. Glad they did white pants. Didn't need to overthink that either. So they didn't need to feel the need to go overboard either at the same time, which is good.
Right. You don't need to recreate the wheel, especially in Boston. I feel like your best bet is always to honor tradition, and I feel like they nailed that. We got the Green Monster. We got the green that represents so much of Boston.
Yeah.
I think they nailed it.
Yeah.
Though the only person I wouldn't want to be with those white pants is Kike Hernandez. That one time.
He's going to be pooping himself.
Yeah.
There was a few things I might have changed.
Yeah.
So there's a few really cool designs I saw online. So with the number kind of on the front where it is, I almost wish they put a box around it, because obviously that's supposed to be when the Red Sox score, they put it in yellow. So I think that would have been a nice little small detail. I can understand why they didn't want to do that either. But other than that, I kind of wish the hat was almost like a Sitco sign.
Yeah.
Because you're looking above the monster at that point, and that's even though it's not a part of the ballpark, it's so assimilated with the Red Sox and, the city of Boston. I thought it would have been a really cool design if they were able to do it and just kind of put a B on there.
Yeah, just a big-ass B.
Yeah.
John Mulaney, don't dox us.
B.
And then a small side P.
The other thing that I wish I saw with the City Connects is I wish they said Boston instead of saying Red Sox. The Red Sox are cool. I know they say Red Sox on the actual Green Monster because we're the home team. We're always the Red Sox.
Of course.
But I feel like if it said Boston, that really would have connected to the city. Maybe even would have let you play them on the road a little bit. So that would have been cool. But all around, very happy. I'm definitely going to try to get a jersey very soon.
of course, who isn't talking about the first jersey you're going to get? Yeah. Who's the first jersey you're going to get?
Yeah, I went back and forth on this since.
And this is 1A, your very first jersey.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to go the safe bet of just Christian Campbell. I mean, he's a stud. He's going to be here for a while. The 28's grown on me. I wasn't sure that I wanted to get number 28 because it's kind of a weird number. And then I was starting to think of all the Red Sox players that have had it, like J.D. Martinez and Adrian Gonzalez. I was like, there's been actually like good players to wear this, so like I can accept that. I've had an Adrian Gonzalez jersey before with 28, so why not run it back with Campbell?
Yeah, it's Campbell's rookie year. It's the debut of the brand new City Connect. Like,
he's gonna be here for 8 to 10 more years at least.
Dude, you love to see it. And this is as brand spanking new as it gets. New player, new jersey. I think Campbell is a great first choice.
Who are you getting?
Oh man, my heart breaks a little bit because I so badly want Masataka Yoshida.
Yeah.
But
here's the thing, though. They don't have the names on the back, so it would just be a number 7. And they might retire Moss's number, but kind of like your other City Connect, the Xander Bogaerts number 2 didn't have a name on the back. All of a sudden, it's a Dom Smith jersey. All of a sudden, it's an Alex Bregman jersey. And if somebody does stick around and wears it for a long time, that's a good thing. So sometimes without getting it on the name on the back is good. I sometimes do like the name on the back. I do have a spectacular jersey that will show off probably in a little bit here. But I think Christian Campbell, apparently they're already all sold out of the Garrett Crochet ones. So,
shocker.
Yeah.
I'm surprised there were any in stock when they posted them. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. If I worked there, I would try to cop those Garrett Crochet jerseys as fast as I can.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some still at the Fenway team store. They're going to mark you up like $75, but you get it today. You get it right there. So I might need to just pull the trigger tomorrow. If I'm at the team store, they have Christian Campbell. And if not, maybe I'll hold up. Maybe I'll just order one online, save some money, wait for July to come in where they actually have them. But finally we had some good news after the last few days of Red Sox baseball.
Yeah, I mean, the best way to put it, right, is it's hot and it's ready.
Yeah, it's hot and it's ready.
If you're going to show up to buy a jersey, you're going to pay the premium of $75, $100, whatever it is. It's hot and it's ready.
It is,
You're leaving with it.
I know. You gotta. So I had this happen a few months back, last year actually. I went to a Washington Nationals game. It was James Wood's debut. I've told this story on the pod before.
Oh, yeah.
But, I got his jersey the day of. I paid more for it because, it's right there, right then. But it was fun, actually getting to do it, right off the bat. People are asking you, hey, where'd you get this, yada, yada. And then he ended up changing his jersey number. So I have, the OG number 50 instead of, the number 29 or whatever he switched to. So I'm very happy with that one. And if Christian Campbell does change his number, let's say to, number 5 or number 7, if guys do end up getting, moved, then you have the OG, and it's really cool.
Yeah. And just as exciting, too, we're watching the game, and it looks like we just got our first pitch from Garrett Crochet. Tonight is a monster matchup between Garrett Crochet and Chris Sale, 2 Red Sox legends, 2 White Sox Red Sox legends. How do you feel?
Yeah, so we were, obviously doing stuff on the field beforehand. We didn't really get to watch too much of the pregame or anything like that. Obviously, I would suspect that, Chris Sale got a really nice hand back, as he should. I know some people were kind of angry that, he left and then won Cy Young, and there was some people that were just mad that he was injured while he was here. But, just think about, what he did for you in 2018 alone, and that's worth literally every single dollar.
Oh, my God,
so,
isn't it?
He was one of my favorites to watch here. He was the ace for a long time. There was nobody that I felt that confidence in since John Lester left. That was a long.
Wow, John Lester was your boy.
Yeah, he was. That was my OG dude. So it's kind of great having Garrett Crochet, and it's the same feeling where you're excited for all of his starts. There's a great chance of the team winning even if the bats don't score. So it's funny that the trades were essentially the same idea where you give up some prospects for, a young lefty ace under team control that we now extended both of them. So it really just feels like, run the same play back. It worked out well last time.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
And one thing I love about Chris Sale in 2018, right?
Back-to-back strikeouts to begin the game as well.
Oh, here in Brockton.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Or no,
correct.
at
they're
the
in
Red
Boston.
Sox, yeah.
Not in Brockton, in Boston. Wow. 2 from Crochet.
I think they did begin their game with a strikeout as well.
Yeah. Let's also keep this in mind that we are absolutely not disseminating.
We're not disseminating,
Would not
no.
dream of disseminating.
We only got expressed oral consent, not expressed written consent.
Ah, man. Can you prove that in court?
Yeah.
I could too.
It's just what a consent, or shouldn't say consent, but MLB broadcast rights are just whatever you want them to be.
Yeah. Source, I made it up.
Absolutely, but
the one thing I love about the Chris Sale 2018 is that last pitch in the World Series, probably one of the more legendary pitching baseball clips of all time.
Yeah.
You're going to see that everywhere.
Every once in a while, I'll just go back and watch that entire 9th inning. None of those 3 guys stood a single chance against Chris Sale. I think it was 3 punchies, all swinging. These guys were just purely guessing. They knew the game was over. I think we were up 7-1 or 7-2. It wasn't even close. It was the type of rally that would have been a miracle. And you have Chris Sale pissed off, literally giving it 10,000%. So
yeah,
there was never any chance.
No, not a prayer.
Yeah.
Not
and the fact that it was Manny Machado, it makes it so much more beautiful. I believe it was Justin Turner, Kike Hernandez, and Manny Machado. So very hilarious that 2 of those guys ended up playing on the Sox. But to have it be Machado with the history with Dustin Pedroia and, just being in Baltimore for so long, being a bitch, pleading multiple players, throwing his bat at dudes, literally one of my least favorite baseball players of all time. Excellent production on the field. Never going to deny that about Manny Machado. Yep. But what a piece of shit.
Yeah, he might be one of my more disliked players in baseball. I mean, you know me, I'm not crazy about
He's
divas.
kept his nose clean for a few years. I'll give him that. He went to San Diego, and I just stopped really hating him as much because we see him maybe once a year.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. But didn't he also kill Pedroia? Wasn't that Machado?
Yeah, that was Machado. Here's the thing. I didn't think it was intentional, with the cleats up. I never did, because, Machado went to grab him. He was apologizing right away. You don't do that if, you're intentionally, trying to spike somebody. But intent or not, you're going to get thrown at if, you injure a player by being a shithead and not, doing things or not doing a clean play and ended up hurting the guy. So, the fact that he was such a piss baby over it, what do you expect really at the end of the day?
Yeah. Also, honestly, you're kind of lucky because think of some of the players in MLB. You're lucky you didn't get a violent player coming in kicking the shit out of you, even though they probably wouldn't do that mid-game and shouldn't do that mid-game.
That would have been Manny Machado doing that, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just think about, imagine something like that happens on Bryce Harper's team. Bryce Harper's grabbing you by the nape of your neck and tail and tossing you out of the stadium.
Yeah.
Buenos
I mean that happened to Bryce Harper from old friend Jonathan Papelbon, so there's that.
Jonathan Papelbon?
Yeah, Jonathan Papelbon once choked Bryce Harper when he was younger and on the Nationals, so that was always fun. I would love to have Pap on, even though
Hi, Pap.
Some of the things he might believe in might not be totally
some
on board with
differences of opinion.
Some differences of opinion, yeah. But I feel like it would be just super interesting to talk to because he's such a wild card. I feel like if we got Papelbon on and we're just no holds barred, say whatever you want. Maybe we get canceled by the Believe Network.
Yeah, I Believe.
I
Thank
Believe.
you for having us.
Doug Believe. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you for giving us money. Money.
I love you.
Money.
I love you. Yeah, I'm using all that money to build a house.
It looks like it was a leadoff walk from Jaron Duran.
Yep. Leadoff walk from Duran from Chris Sale.
Yeah.
I'm trying to watch the replay, but for some reason they're not showing the replay.
Yeah. But kind of going back to Chris Sale, obviously that trade has not worked out great. Von Grissom kind of has come back to down earth in the minor leagues. He was not really that productive last year. And then you have Chris Sale winning the Cy Young Award. So, like, I've seen so many people with the copium of just saying, like, oh, he wouldn't have done that here. We don't know. He could have won the Cy Young for us last year, and that sucks. So,
yeah.
What are you going to do, though?
You know, oh, wow. Big strikeout to end the inning here in Brockton.
Safe. Stolen base. Yep.
Wow, that was quite a call.
Yeah. If you hear some noise, they just got out of the first inning. There's some runners on, so glad they got out of it. Still 0-0.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to go back and clean this up, but nothing in the world beats the energy of a live baseball stadium. Like, people came here to watch a game. They're enjoying the Brockton Rox.
This is like 50 times more people than we were here last time.
Oh, yeah.
Last time when we came here, it was still like a Saturday night. Actually, last time we came here was the infamous Jarren Duran game where he got suspended. So hopefully better results this time for the Red Sox. Hopefully nobody says a slur, and hopefully nobody gets suspended. So I think if that all happens today, then we're in a good position. So hoping for more of a win. I think they got the shit kicked out of them last time too. So
yeah, they absolutely did. But speaking of Jarren Duran, if you're hearing this in the background, by the way, this is the game going on the field. Yeah. They're playing a little deal, playing a little let's make a deal.
Yeah.
But speaking of Jarren Duran, we have Jarren Duran on second base as of right now.
Still at second base here.
Yep. You love to see it.
Yeah.
What do you think the Red Sox chances are with runners in scoring position?
Yeah, it's not been great this year. 2 outs now, so Devers and Bregman must have gotten out somehow. So who do we got up here? Rob Refsnyder against the lefty?
Chris
Sale. Oh, those helmets are also nice. I'm getting to look at them for the first time. The helmets go with them so well. With kind of like the Mate or however you pronounce it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's super smooth. I might just buy a helmet.
I think you should.
Yeah.
I'm going to hit it.
Yeah, just hit me as hard as you can.
God, I love seeing Jarren Duran where he is right now.
Yeah.
I really want to see Jarren Duran on third right now.
Yeah.
There, I said it. Ooh, nasty slider from Chris Sale to Rob Refsnyder. So it's 1-1 on the count.
Yeah. I was actually a bit excited that Chris Sale won Cy Young last year because I think that really cements him in the Hall of Fame because it would have been kind of close because he never won the Cy Young. He had some top 10 finishes or top 5 finishes, a lot with Chicago mostly, and some with us here. But kind of getting that hardware, still collecting all of the wins above replacement and everything like that. I think he's actually going to make it in now. And I think if he does make it in, I think there's a good chance he goes in a Red Sox hat. So I think there is a good chance that unless there's some Veterans Committee or something that brings him in or votes another Red Sox player in, that he's going to be the next guy in going into Cooperstown with the Boston B on his hat.
So, besides everyone's favorite, Pedro Martinez, everyone's 1A in the 21st century Boston Red Sox, is Chris Sale, outside of Pedro Martinez, your favorite Red Sox pitcher?
John Lester, that was just my guy growing up, and he had so many great years, too.
Yeah, he did.
I was heartbroken when we traded him, but I think everybody had the same, train of thought, we're just going to re-sign him. And then we didn't. We tried,
Hit from the Brockton Rox. We have a man on first base. I believe that's the shortstop, Austin Dennis.
But with John Lester, that contract ended up working out great with the Cubs. They ended up, winning a World Series with him. He had pretty much the same exact ERA as he did in Chicago, as he did in Boston. Guy that's probably in the Hall of Very Good instead of Hall of Fame. I don't think he really has too much of a chance, but playoff performer. Great with the city, obviously. Great story coming back from cancer. That was just my dude growing up. And, I think I would have been, early college because he would have gotten traded in 2014 and then signed with the Cubs in 2015. So, that was, peak fandom for me because, you have more availability as a kid or, teenager, college student to just make bad decisions, watch every game, follow everything, and I still do.
Yeah.
But, it's so much, when you're an actual adult, you have actual responsibilities instead of, I need to do well on my math test. So, that was like prime. And I'm sure there's a lot of kids out there where Sale was their prime, and a lot of kids out there now where it's going to be Air Crochet is like their guy.
Yeah, absolutely their guy. We were talking a bit about the rotation on the drive up here. It's really, really tricky to look at who your fifth man is, because we have Crochet, who's been fantastic.
Yeah.
We have Bueller, who we're excited to have come back. Giolito is having a resurgence right now.
Yep, 2 out of 3 good outings. The ERA is still a little high, but I've liked what I've seen.
Yeah, me too. And then Bayo has earned his spot in the rotation this year, bar none. Like, I am convinced to keep him as
I have some worries, but yeah, he should be there, yeah.
Yeah, so with the other guys we have left, that fifth spot is becoming a competition again, which you love to see. Who is your favorite fifth man option?
Yeah, so obviously, you had Tanner Houck that was in that spot where he was supposed to be higher than that, but
right.
We kind of talked about it. I don't think we've even talked about it since our last show after the last series, but
right.
It's got to be Hunter Dobbins. Like, this kid has electric stuff. He's shown that, like, he's been able to be in the moment. It's not, the lights aren't too bright for him. He's pitched against some good teams in the Tigers, the Royals, the Cardinals in his first game too. I think he's had 1 or 2 other starts that have gone well too. So got knocked around a little bit, especially like third time through the order last time around. But I've been really happy with him. I want to see more. He definitely ended up being that 6th, 7th man. We all thought it was going to be Quinn Priester, and he ended up kind of sucking in Milwaukee with the Brewers now. He's had some ups and downs, but
yeah, but what how did you put it? It's like trading a paperclip up to a Ferrari, except you just immediately trade the paperclip for the Ferrari.
Yeah, exactly. It was just a 1-for-1. Yep.
Yeah, I quite like Quinn Priester. I still like him. I think he is going to make another woman very happy.
Home run.
Home run off of Crochet, to the Section 10 guys. Oh, my God.
Steve Peralt just caught that home run.
Hi, Steve.
Yeah, hi, Steve. Yeah.
That's why they call him Home Run Steve. Yeah. Who hit that? Oh, my goodness.
That's insane.
That's
LOL.
Matt Olson. Yep. Makes sense. Man, caught us monologuing.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, so.
We also got Christy here with us. Do you want to come on camera for a second and say hi or no?
No.
Okay. Maybe
no.
later. Yeah.
She said no. But we got Garrett Crochet. He's continuing to go. That's 98 down the middle. Just absolutely doing it. Sorry, keeping everything going on. Just seeing if our host can give us a hand here with setting up our environment.
So,
yeah.
How am I supposed to turn off the speaker on my left? Yeah.
How are you?
Oh, wow.
A shiny light thing.
Yeah, we got this going on.
All
so
right.
what do you want me to do?
Another
home run? No way.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
To this section? No. Different guys. Different guys. I don't want you to do anything. I want you to live in the moment.
Okay.
I want you to love yourself.
Yeah.
I want you to love me. Are you playing with this little light thing?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Wow. So that home run was off of Sean Murphy.
Yeah.
Really, really tough thing to see.
Just 2-0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not the end of the world. And let's be real. This Braves lineup, scary. This is a scary team. I can't believe they've been down the way that they have. Yeah, monster home run.
I know.
Wow, and they're throwing it back.
Yeah, they pretended to throw it back. Just settle down here,
Yep. Totally okay. Energy in Brockton tonight is really, really exciting.
It is, yeah. Beautiful weather. You couldn't ask for 2 more. It's not too hot of a summer day like that so far, but like it's the right temperature. I got the chest hair going out here.
You do.
Yeah.
You do. Yeah. It's
I think
about 69 degrees.
Yeah.
We're 69 degrees. We're showing
73. Yeah.
It is 73.
Yeah. Let's get these fit checks going on. We're almost half an hour in it already. Believe it or not.
Yeah. I guess we are. But love a good marathon game. Who are you wearing today? Oh, you gotta tell us. You gotta tell us. Who are you wearing today? Is it a good player?
Yeah, it's the best player. He got a shout out on Section 10 recently, even.
So shout out on Section 10 recently. If you are turning your back to the camera here, looks like number 16. That's going to be Marco Scudero.
One of his 2 jersey numbers that he had with us. He was also a number 10.
What?
He switched numbers, but I kind of like the 16 more than the 10. I think it works better for him.
Yeah. You were bigger in the era of Marco Scudero than I was.
Yeah, I think so.
He really did something. So my question for that would be, was Marco Scudero a Red Sox Hall of Fame guy or a Hall of Fame in your heart guy?
He is a Hall of Fame guy in my heart. He
Confirms.
didn't actually win anything here. He caused that balk during game 162 in 2011.
Man,
people forget, I don't, but he's my GOAT. He hates the Yankees, so that's all that you can really ask for. I'm glad that he won a World Series in San Francisco.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, you got that razzmatazz for Red Sox history. You'll
do,
love to
yeah.
see it. Oh, we would love a picture.
Oh, yeah?
Sorry about the pause in the audio. We're getting all kinds of good stuff.
I know, yeah. This is so hard being famous.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, I won't sign your forehead for you. Have some
I will
self-respect.
only sign your baby.
You'd sign a baby?
Yeah.
Would you sign it, Jack Webster?
No, I'd sign it while he eats cats. Yeah.
You would sign it with your Twitter handle. So, this is an interesting thing that happened when I had gone to Fenway Fest, which I really enjoyed. I might go to Fenway Fest again next year.
I would definitely go to Fenway Fest again. I kind of regret not doing it. Yep. Oh, and there is a ground ball that is not converted for an out. Cool.
You hate to see it.
Yep.
But at Fenway Fest, I ended up picking up a blank jersey in a kid's extra large, which I fit in and is $100 cheaper.
Yeah.
And I asked a few of our friends on Twitter to write their handles all over it. Feels like a nice little piece in time I got to keep.
Are you going to do that tomorrow? Get some guys in there?
Do you think I should?
Yep.
Get some Twitter handles?
Wow, a real first baseman probably makes that play.
Is Nicky Sogs not a real first baseman?
He was just, I don't know what happened there. Yeah.
Yeah, but one out. We're in the top of the second inning. Hopefully we get a nice little double killing here.
Oh,
one to Bregman.
That's
for
one, and that's 2. Okay,
there it is.
So it ended up not mattering.
Yep, that was the plan the whole time.
Playing the whole time.
I had no doubt.
Yep. So, you know what? Let's talk about it. The first base situation. It's been a hot topic here. But we actually got a development on it today for the first time in a while.
Did you fucking call this from the other side of the world?
The Red Sox should listen to me more often, because I called this even before we had a first base issue, which we kind of did at the beginning of the year, let's be real. But you have a guy that's been a below-average defensive second baseman, kind of up and down, still a young kid. Christian Campbell, guy I'm going to buy the jersey for. Mm-hmm. He was taking ground balls at first base today. Mm-hmm. And you know what? I think he would be a very good first baseman, and I think that's a good sign to show of, like, who's going to be trying out there, since we've heard every single dude pretty much on the roster been thrown out at first base at this point.
Yep.
Yeah. And the fact that I was right.
What's your least favorite? What's your least favorite first base option you've heard?
Honestly, Wilyer Abreu has to be the worst idea.
You heard someone say Wilyer Abreu
I heard
at
multiple
first?
people say Wilyer Abreu. Yeah.
Sorry. Me and my buddy here were wearing matching sunglasses. You heard Wilyer Abreu at first base. Let me just offer a take. That person was on crack.
Yeah, I heard multiple people say it too. That's the most insane thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Multiple?
Yeah.
You mean Gold Glove?
Yeah, Gold Glover, also only 5'10", Wilyer Abreu. People were like, oh yeah, let's just do that. Given that we have nobody else that's even really played right field other than Rob Refsnyder this season, so...
Is he really only 5'10"?
I think so, yeah. Since they came out with all the new heights this year for players where they were able to... Or, like, they adjusted their height so that way when the automated strike zone does come around or the challenge system or whatever, then, it's accurate instead of saying like, I'm 6 foot. No, Alex Bregman, you're 5'10".
Which, for fuck's sake, the challenge system cannot get into the major leagues soon enough. Yep. That strike zone this year has been ass.
It's every single night it feels like there's been a call against us,
Yeah. I hate it. It's been ass, I think, across the league, but for the Red Sox in particular, I feel like a lot of really
there's
big
just
calls
like
are
one
being missed.
insane call every night. It's not even like, that's close, framing, whatever. It's like one is just like it's 6 inches outside or it's low, and then it's costing us the game. So it's hell every single night.
Yeah. I guess the umpires they must be on Tinder this year because they seem to have a lot of dinner reservations.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. I'll take my money for that joke now, please. Can I have money for the joke that I just made? I thought it was a good joke.
No, we only get money from Believe now, so not from Tinder.
I believe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you think Tinder would sponsor us if we offered them a partnership?
Honestly, that would be hilarious. I don't know why they would, but, I'd accept it. I had no luck on there. I met Wifey on Twitter, so that people should be doing that more often.
Meeting on Twitter?
Yeah, just meet on Twitter. This is dating advice.
Wow. Are you a guru?
Yeah, I'm a guru,
And a doctor?
Yeah, Dr. Guru.
Dr. Guru and handsome.
Yeah.
So, if they move Campbell over to first, as you predicted, because they call you Nostradamus Webster, do you move Story to second and Meyer to short?
I think so. So I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up being Meyer at second base and Story at short, at least initially, so that way, they can kind of justify moving a rookie over compared to moving the veteran shortstop leader of the team. But I think I think Meyer is probably going to be a better shortstop defensively. Trevor Story's had some ups and downs there, but I think his profile, his range and arm profile better at second base, Story that is. So I think if you want to put the actual best defensive team on the field, Story is a guy that has played second base, and I think would be willing to move over there in a second either. I'm sure Meyer's not going to complain about playing a different position if it means he's up in the major leagues either, though. So wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of a combination of both.
What do you think the adjustment period for Meyer is going to look like at shortstop? Because the bridge from AAA to major leagues is big, and at shortstop in particular, that's your premier infield position.
Yeah.
Do you think he does it?
Yeah, I think he has the right mentality to do it. He seems to really believe in himself, but not overly cocky at the same time. Where you heard him at a spring training say oh yeah, I should have made the club. And that's the exact right attitude to have. Alex Cora even complimented that he thought, it's a good sign that Meyer thought he should have been in the major leagues. But he's not pouting about it either. He knows what he had to do in AAA. He's been extremely consistent. He's been mashing as many 7 home runs compared to his 8 last year. Yeah. So he has been doing everything that we've asked. And then I think the consistency from him speaks a lot more than anything else, because you could have a few games that really inflate those numbers.
Oh yeah.
But the fact that he's getting on base every night, not causing any errors, and hitting both righties and lefties, I love to see that. And I think it's about time. It's about time, to where you could call him up and he would be good. I don't think he has too much left to learn in AAA. I think he has to learn some more in the major leagues, and the only place you can do that is the major leagues.
I mean, yeah. How does it feel to be so right?
Yeah, it's always so hard. Well, I will admit, I'll admit a time I was wrong here. That Cedon Rafaela guy is making me look really stupid after saying that he should have been optioned down. So, you know what? He was a guy that I really believed in coming into the season, especially after his spring, and didn't look that great out of the gate, but has really turned around. You look at that Baseball Savant page, and it's just all red. There's some huge blues in terms of the whiffs and everything else, but he is hitting the ball hard. He's elite defensively. I think he is the league leader in outs above average in center field. And, if that bat can, even tick up a little bit to get to league average, you really are talking about like a 5 to 6 win player.
Yeah, and it's not just you. He made all of us look real stupid. Not that we ever worried about the defense in the outfield, which has been spectacular, but now that the bat's waking up, we're seeing some really good plate appearances from Rafaela. Yeah. He's the only guy with strong numbers with runners in scoring, at least as of last week.
Yeah, he's clutch.
Yeah, and I don't think...
not that one, sorry, yeah.
No. Thank you.
Yeah.
I think you keep Rafaela in the 9th slot.
Yeah, no, it seems to be suiting him well, even if it's not the biggest numbers ever, or even if you have a guy like David Hamilton still in the game who's a worse batter probably, I still like having Cedon bat 9th, kind of turning it over to Duran where you have back-to-back speed, righty-lefty also. So I think that's a really good spot for him. And if he's able to even have any production out of your 9-hole, that really extends things.
It really does, because then after your 9-hole, what happens? Yeah. You get your 1, 2, 3, 4. You get the heart of the lineup coming back up, and you just put your 9-man on base. There is a lot to love about Rafaela right now, and I hope we see more of what he's doing.
Yeah, no, this is the player that we extended, and if he plays like this, that contract is going to be one of the best in baseball.
Yeah.
Because it was 8 years, $50 million, which is nothing. I've seen people complain about it. Even if Cedon was bad, that's really chump change to the Red Sox. So the fact that you have him locked in, you have value out of him, and even if it doesn't work out at the end of the day, a team's going to take that just for the glove alone. So I'm becoming a big fan. And the number 3 jersey, really icy on him. I think that's a really good fit for him. Yeah. I think he was, 43 last season?
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Oh, he wasn't 34?
No, yeah. That's right.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
that one might have been taken by Masataka Yoshida.
I would love to see some Masataka Yoshida.
Yeah.
I said it.
I would be, honestly, a bit shocked if Masa ever played a game for the Boston Red Sox again.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a take.
What?
That's a take.
That is. Well, I don't know where he fits in because they want him to, play the outfield, which apparently his arm is just absolute pulled pork. Yeah.
Absolute noodle.
Yeah. And it was never good to begin with.
Pulled pork?
Yeah, it was pulled pork. Yep. Falls right off the bone. And I kind of mentioned this, if it was last week or the week before, they wanted to trade Casas and move Devers to first base and then have Masa DH, and that didn't end up working out, and now they wanted to have that same thing apparently, where, they move Rafi to DH after Casas gets hurt.
Man.
Yep. Error by Trevor Story. Yep.
Trevor Story.
Yeah, move to second base, Story. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey, Trevor Story at second base was practically a Gold Glove second baseman.
Yeah, I think he'd be better there.
He was doing there.
Yeah.
But I also love having a fucking shortstop on the roster.
Yep.
I love Kike. I love that he did what we asked him to do when we needed him to do it. And just not great on the field. Rafaela, also serviceable, I guess, but in a defensive position, not much more than Kike did. Trevor Story, even if he misses 1 or 2 things here and there, he's still playing excellent shortstop.
Yeah. So, I noticed this the other day when David Hamilton was at shortstop, and I kind of had the same feeling whenever the ball was hit to him. It was the same feeling I had for Kike Hernandez, where I'm holding my breath, and I'm like, is this play going to be made? And I don't have that with Trevor Story. The ball's hit to him, and I feel confident that he's going to make the play. Oh, and you know what? He does most of the time. He didn't there. Yeah. But I think he's the dude, that can actually play shortstop. And that's why I've never been a fan of people just being like, DFA Trevor Story. Because, what if Meyer gets hurt? Then you at least still have another guy. Out. Out. Yep, he's out. Caught stealing.
Love to see it.
That can play shortstop if you need to. But if you DFA Trevor Story and then Meyer gets hurt, then you're back to David Hamilton and Cedon Rafaela at shortstop.
Right.
Which I hate. So I'm glad we actually have some dudes there.
Yeah. Speaking of guys who were DFA'd, did you see Brandon Drury was DFA'd by released by the White Sox?
Yeah, if you get released by the White Sox, it's over for you. It's over.
What did Bobby Dahlbeck end up doing?
He signed a minor league deal with the Brewers, I believe. So, yeah.
Well, he's back with old friend Arroyo.
What?
He's back with old friend Christian Arroyo.
No, Arroyo's in the Philly system now.
What the fuck?
Yep.
Well, I guess if you're not a major league player, I have no idea what's happening with you.
Yeah, I don't know. Looks like the Brockton Rox got something going on. They got a
little.
Got a guy at second base. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yep. Call confirmed out there. So 2 outs for the Red Sox now. Yeah.
Call confirmed out was at the Red Sox system. Christian Campbell with a great tag. Here in Brockton, we have
that's why I said he's my second baseman, Christian Campbell.
Yeah. I would love to see Story at second if Meyer adjusts to short at the major league level without too much difficulty.
Yeah.
I would love to see that.
That really solidifies your infield defense too, where like obviously that's been such a big problem over the last few years. We've been kind of average there this year in the infield at least. Our outfield has been literally elite. That's what's really carrying the weight. But yeah, if we're able to get Gold Glover at third base, athletic dude at first base, and 2 athletic guys up the middle, like I love our defense there, and like it's something that we haven't seen in a long time. And even to start the year, it was a little shaky too.
It was. I have fortunately never, well, maybe not never, but haven't recently worried about the Red Sox outfield, which feels great.
Yeah.
Because in other times with the Red Sox outfield, I've worried. I've definitely worried. And not necessarily just based on their defensive metrics, but we were scared for Cedon for a little while. Yeah. And Jarren Duran, we are holding on to hope that Jarren Duran is the same 9-win player he was last year. Which I think there's still a dude in there, but I am not worried about our outfield right now. Mr. Chula's your teacher. Yeah. Mr. Chula's my teacher. Yeah. Mr. Chula's my teacher. No, he's not my teacher.
No, yeah, we have no idea. Yeah. Gotta love the fans here. Big crowd, lots of energy. Love to see it.
Yeah. Wow.
NASP is for the kids, by the way. This is a family show.
I love calling a live show. The only thing I love more than calling a live show is this guy sitting right in front of us with this cowbell thing.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, love that. Not annoying at all, yeah.
Yeah, doing a great job. But, that being said, where do you put Roman Anthony?
Yeah, that's becoming a lot harder conversation because, you have Willier, you can't move. That is the staple in there. And now that you have Cedon, performing so well, where do you move him? And then you have Jarren Duran. And, he's been probably the least productive out of the 3 guys there so far. But, you can't bench him. He's too good for that. But we are, getting closer to Memorial Day, and he hasn't been, probably the best leadoff hitter that we've had, even with defense. So, long term, you have to question, what it might end up being.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Dude, if you had a cowbell right now, what would you do with it?
I'd probably ring it really loudly right into the microphone. So let us know in the chat how the audio is too if you're listening. But yeah, I know some people aren't huge on Duran because of everything that happened last year. Understandable. So I think the Red Sox have kind of shown it too, what their plans are. You extended Cedon. There's no way that you're trading Willier, or else you would have in the offseason, because he was not the obvious guy, and I'm glad that we didn't. But what are you gonna do? And I didn't love the idea of trading Duran in the offseason. That is highest value. That I feel like that would have been too galaxy brain to move. Where you probably could have gotten a ransom back. You could have gotten the biggest return, but I wanted that guy on my team entering in the year.
Yep.
Now maybe even at the deadline, maybe you make a trade for a major leaguer, trade a major leaguer, or get a major leaguer back, trade a major leaguer away,
right.
And you end up being able to call up Roman, and you end up, being able to get another guy back that you might need, whether it's in the bullpen or rotation, or maybe a catcher even.
And there's a ton of credit to Roman because he was good last year. We saw a huge rise out of Roman last year, but we didn't know he was going to be this good, this fast. Why on earth would you trade Jarren Duran at his highest value if you had Roman playing this way last year?
Yeah,
that's a different conversation.
Yeah. So, it's a great to have the depth there too, because one guy gets injured and all of a sudden you have the number one prospect in baseball coming up who's ready. He's had some issues with the just staying on the field in terms of health and staying on the field in terms of, as the DH versus in the outfield. He's kind of starting to finally see a little bit of consistency playing out there. So I think what the Red Sox were also hoping for was Devers might move to first, and then you could have a little bit of a rotation in the DH spot. And, it's even if it's not, Roman at the DH every day, you could get some guys, some rest and get them in, do somewhat of a platoon as well. So would have been interesting.
I'm still really keen on getting some eyes on the prospects at the major league level, but I also love the kind of motivation that they give the team at the major league level just by mashing in AAA.
Oh, we got a triple here from Duran, it looks like.
We got some good
he's
contact.
sprinting.
Duran.
Oh, this is beautiful.
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a triple. Wow.
All right, got to bring him home.
Standing triple for Jarren Duran on that play.
You got Devers up now. Just deep fly ball. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Or a home run. That'd be pretty cool, too.
Yeah, God forbid Red Sox make contact with the runner and score. Can we pinch hit Sadon here, actually?
Yeah, can we just get Sadon in? Yeah.
Just a few feet from the warning track there. What if a fan reached over the fence and picked up that ball?
Then it would have been a double, yeah.
Wait, is that
ground rule double? Yeah.
Fan interference in that case?
Actually,
is ground rule double.
Fan interference. It's up to the umpire's discretion. So they could have said he got into third, but they usually don't. They usually just assume it's a double.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, would you have picked up that ball? Would you have reached over the fence and picked up that ball for Jarren Duran?
No, only if it was the other team.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow.
I've been to enough baseball games to know what's going on during them, so I don't want to end up being like the next Steve Bartman or anything like that where people are coming for my head. I do not want to be involved at all. Also, I never have seats that good anyways, so it has never been an issue for me where I've ever been remotely close to actually being involved with the baseball game.
You don't pull the little seat switcheroo where you get in and a seat opens up and you
it's
say,
harder at Fenway. It's hard at Fenway, especially if the team's actually doing good, but yeah.
Yeah, especially now that they hired Tranquilizer Dart Guy to tranquilize you if you go to the wrong seat.
They got the Fenway snipers there. They would get me right away.
Yeah. Yeah?
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't gotten Liam yet, but...
I'm surprised none of us have gotten Liam yet.
Yeah, you don't want to say anything while we're live on air, but yeah.
Liam.